Thank you very much, Dr. Banja. I would like to just briefly go over the slides presentations of Kun Wutichat on the State Railway of Thailand. To give, he was presenting in Thai, so I just wanted to summarize in English for you. If there's anything I missed out, it would be kind if you would help me. Currently, the existing railway that Thailand has covers 47 provinces. It extends around 4,000 kilometers throughout the countries. However, 89.5% of which is a single tracks, and double tracks is only 8% of the total railway. So right now, the government is prioritized the double tracking projects. Currently, we have 6 projects that is under development. The first two, Keng Khoi, Cha Cheong Sao, and Jira Khon Kaen. These two, the contract has been signed. Time frame is estimated to be in the year 2016 to 2018. And the other 4 projects, EIA has been approved and it is expected to be launched by the end of this year. Apart from that, the railway cooperations between Thailand and China, medium speed trains, the construction plan is 100% completed and it's in the progress. And the other project is the high speed trains cooperations between Thai and Japanese. This one is also in the progress. It's planned to be launched by this year. Yeah. So that's a brief summaries of projects under the State's Railway. So I just want to move on to Q&A sessions. You mentioned all the project that is under development. What concerns investor is the obstacle that may occur that could cause a delay to this project. Could you share with us if there is anything that could possibly cause the delay, and how do you plan to overcome these problems? Maybe start with Kun Period.
Okay, for our project, I think I can divide the obstacle into 2 periods. First is the pre-construction. Mainly is getting the project approved because it's quite very difficult and challenging because this infrastructure is a huge project and it would involve a lot of agency, for consideration, and also there are many laws and rules and regulations that have to be complied. And another important one is we have to pass environmental consideration, of this project too, because this project tend to have a very large amount impact, in environment. So, but anyway, these are the kind of things that probably would present the significant delay in the project. For the second part, during the construction, there are also another type of obstacle, In our case, I don't know, maybe it's the same to the SRT and the Department of Highway, is this project requires land acquisition. We facing a lot of difficulty in obtaining the land, for the construction. And even though we try our best, to put forward the scheme that would compensate the people who are affected by the acquisition, but sometimes they're just not accepted, and so we have to take time, and in order to get the land, and also, surprisingly, the coordination among agencies, it's also present a lot of difficulty as well, So maybe this kind of thing would amount into a delay, in the construction. But anyway, I think since we already carry out this project, many of these projects already, so we learn how to cope with it. And I would believe that in our future project, I think this delay would tend to be minimized. And I also would like to get back to the first phase first. I think for this project, not only MRTA, SRT, or Department of Highway, I think it is important for the government to step in and try to resolve this problem. And as you know, I think the government right now have put the special program or the so-called fast track program into this project in order to expedite, because the delay that occur would, seriously affect the economic of the country as well. And as the Deputy Prime Minister mentioned, I think this year is the year of investment. So the government would like to push this forward, this project, into action. For example, let's start the bidding program of this kind of project. And I would believe that, for my part, for the orange line, the yellow line, and pink line, I think we will see some action in this year. And I think it probably would answer your question.
Thank you. Do you have any other obstacle that Department of Highway might face that you would like to share with us?
Yes, thank you. But the obstacle actually that, for an example for PPP, because since that government want to have this flagship, these two routes of motorway, Bang Pa-in, Nakhon Ratchasima, and Bang Yai Kanchanaburi, to be open to the public as soon as possible. So that O&M of this one, we just have to be the fast track. As you know, this one, two route in the O&M PPP fast track. Okay, that the government can solve. But other problem, as the same as the governor that said that because since that the problem of land acquisition, because that also that DOH they have an expropriation law, maybe the land acquisition law already. But sometimes that the people, they don't happy with the compensation. And the important thing, when we have the project already, right? At first, we have the estimation of this one episode of this land value of this one. But when people know this motorway or maybe other route will pass this one, the price is jumping. That the people will say, no, they don't agree this one, they want the money more than that. That sometimes we have to compromise with them or something like that. Pay more money, we have to have a more budget. This one, if we want to project as soon as possible. This one also, the obstacle, I think it's the same as the state railway and the mass transit also is one. Which is very important, this one. The people, they don't disagree with the land acquisition, but they want the money, mainly they want the money higher than that. Because this one, yes, thank you.
Dr. Wanchak, I have one question for you. Department of Highway has divided motorway project into small contracts and give it to small contractors. I just want to know what's the rationale behind. Does it help to speed the time of constructions or?
Yeah, thank you. It's a very good question. Because someone will surprising why you have many sections. Because since that we said it's a flagship of the project, we want to open the traffic as soon as possible. For an example, for the route Bangkok, Bang Pa-in, Saraburi, Nakhon Ratchasima, we try to finish at the year 2019, open to the traffic at year 2020. You know that the distance is about 196 kilometers. And we have many interchange and flyover and many toll plaza, so that we have divided many sections to finish in time. But however, I think that if other private other investor interested in the construction, you must have the register to be the contractor in Thailand first, with since by law. But if in the PPP whole project is different, okay, you can come with to study to come to construct. But however, they still have another law. I think maybe about the invest that should be 51 to be Thai and 49 to be other foreigner investor. Yeah, so this one. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. May I ask Khun Wutichat, on right now there are only a limited number of Thai firms คือตอนนี้นะคะเรามีบริษัทไทยที่สามารถรองรับงานประมูลของภาครัฐได้จำนวนจำกัดถ้าเป็นไปได้ไหมว่าเราจะอนุญาตให้ต่างชาติเนี่ยเข้ามาร่วมประมูลในครั้งนี้ค่ะ
ก็ขอบคุณสำหรับคำถามนี้นะครับจริงๆเนี่ยเราไม่ได้กีดกันในเรื่องของต่างชาติแต่เพียงแต่ว่าวันนี้นะครับขีดความสามารถของผู้รับเหมาไทยเนี่ยนะเราก็ต้องดูว่าเขาทำได้แค่ไหนนะครับนอกเหนือจากนี้ที่เป็นไฮเทคโนโลยีเนี่ยเราก็ยินดีที่จะรับที่จะให้ชาวต่างชาติเนี่ยเข้ามาอยู่แล้วแต่ส่วนใหญ่นะครับในเรื่องของการเข้ามาของชาวต่างชาติเนี่ยนะครับ ส่วนใหญ่เนี่ยจะไม่ได้เอาบริษัทแม่เนี่ยมาเป็นคอนจอยเวนเจอร์หรือเป็นคอนโซเทียมกับทางบริษัทไทยก็จะเหมือนกับเป็นบริษัทที่จดใหม่ซึ่งมีทุนจดทะเบียนเนี่ยตามข้อจำกัดซึ่งนะครับมูลค่าโครงการของหน่วยงานที่เรามีอยู่เนี่ยคือมันเป็นมูลค่าโครงการที่สูงมากผมยกตัวอย่างโครงการที่ผมทำไปเนี่ยครับชุมทางถนนจิระขอนแก่นเนี่ยมูลค่าโครงการอยู่ที่ประมาณ 23,000 ล้านการันตีด้านความเสียหายเนี่ยก็อยู่ที่อย่างน้อยๆเนี่ยก็ออกมาละ 2,300 ล้านแต่บริษัทจดทะเบียนใหม่เนี่ยเขาจะมีทุนจดทะเบียนอยู่ที่500 ล้านแล้วเคยมีเคสประวัติมาแล้วว่าในกรณีที่เกิดความเสียหายเนี่ยเมื่อเราเรียกร้องความเสียหายไปเนี่ยมันเรียกร้องได้แค่ทุนจดทะเบียนแล้วเมื่อเรารีเฟอร์กลับไปถึงบริษัทแม่เนี่ยปรากฏว่าไม่ใช่เป็นบริษัทแม่มาเองคือเป็นบริษัทลูกที่ไปจดทะเบียนอยู่ณต่างประเทศอื่นๆแล้วเข้ามาคือขนาดนี้นะครับการรถไฟก็เปิดโอกาสให้มีการในเรื่องของการ joint venture แต่ว่าขอเป็นแม่กับแม่มาเลยนะครับซึ่งเรากำหนดรีเฟิร์มที่เป็นคนไทยครับให้มีผลงานด้านโครงสร้างพื้นฐานหรือด้านอินฟราสตรักเจอร์เนี่ยนะครับที่จะต้องเป็นงานพิเศษเพราะว่างานทางรถไฟเนี่ยนะครับคืออาจจะแตกต่างจากงานของทางหลวงด้วยเครื่องมือเครื่องไม้นะครับซึ่งเมื่อเสร็จงานแล้วมันไม่สามารถที่จะแอพพลายไปใช้ได้งานอื่นได้เลยเพราะฉะนั้นเราต้องประกันความเสี่ยงในเรื่องพวกนี้นะครับซึ่งจริงๆเนี่ยไม่ได้มีโอกาสหรือไม่ได้ปิดกั้นในเรื่องของการลงทุนของชาวต่างชาติยินดีอยู่แล้วเพียงแต่ว่ามันต้องมาปฏิบัติตามเงื่อนไขของหน่วยงานแล้วก็ในเรื่องของภายใต้กฎหมายของไทยนะครับ
So just to summarize his answer into English, right now Thailand is not preventing foreign firms to join biddings, but we are considering on the competencies and also if those firms is able to comply with the conditions and also the local local regulations. Right now, we have a problem that the firm who joined the bidding is not actually the parent company. It's a new registered company in which we have questions whether they are competent of being able to complete the whole project. But if the firm is competent enough, then we'll welcome. Just maybe one or two more questions. Right now, the government encourage so-called public-private partnership schemes. Do you see a strong interest from private sectors into joining this scheme? Period.
I think we just conduct a market sounding very recently for our the yellow line and pink line, and the response is very positive. I think a lot of private investment is keen into investing in this kind of project, but they still wait and see what sort of condition we would put forward for their investment. But basically, I think what they are asking for, I think this is probably basic principle that they would need a very reasonable return on their investment. So the portion that we would ask them to invest in our project would be determined. And also they talk about, if the project itself is not feasible for the whole investment, would that subsidy would be considered or not, something like that. I think for our yellow line or pink line, I think once we get into the state of developing the condition and criteria for bidding, I think they would have to consider on this point of view. Yeah.
Thank you. Do you have any? What about Department of Highway? Have you?
Yes, since that from the past, the last month, about 26, that we have the market sounding, I think it's the same as the mass transit, that the investor or bankers or other big company, they're interested, but still they want to see whether that, because that since that they must have another process to pass the other committees about the PPP committee and also the cabinet also, but whether that they're interested, but they still want to know what the return that they want to have. This one is really important. Because since that you know that every time they have another factor, especially for the cost of the oil, right? When they change, they will affect the project also, so that they have to think this one, they have to analyze of this one. But I think in the positive way, they are all interesting. And some the other company, they also interested in the PPP for the whole project of the motorway also, but they still want to know what about the rate of return or everything. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Given the interest of time, I may have to wrap up this panel discussion. Thank you very much, all the panelists, for your informative information that you have shared with us. Today's seminar has come to an end. I believe all distinguished participants have benefited from CIMB Set Thai Corporate Day 2016 conference. On behalf of CIMB Security and the Stock Exchange of Thailand, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to all of you who participate in this event this year, and I hope we have an opportunity to welcome you all again in the Set Thai Corporate Days next year. For those who are attending the one-on-one meeting and also group presentations, the session will start at 2 p.m. And thank you very much and have a good day.